up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Remora, where we come to you every week and talk all things crypto to keep you guys up to date, informed, but more importantly, entertained. My name's Wes, and I am joined with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, brother. We have a decent amount to go over, not too much. Yesterday, the Fed raised interest rates by 25 basis points. Hopefully, that's the last one of the year. It did give the markets a little boost to the upside, but just wasn't enough to keep the momentum going. We're going into the weekend, so we want to discuss some key levels and what we feel could be the next to come. There are a few bullish scenarios playing out in the background, so we want to talk about that. And finally, we have some alpha for you guys towards the end of the show. You're going to want to stick around for that to the end and find out about this exciting opportunity. And trust me, you don't want to miss out. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it. Siri, so last week, you and I, we were going over some key differences about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and these are the top dogs. And I've had a few people ask us, why is Bitcoin and Ethereum the main focus of the show when it comes to looking at the charts and kind of the price action? If you could, just briefly explain this to them, and and then jump into the charts, share any kind of key levels that you're looking at.
Absolutely. It's really quite simple. When you start your own podcast, you can talk about whatever coins you want to. Until then, we're going to talk about the coins we want to talk about. No,
that's right.
All jokes aside, we learned early on the rule of Bitcoin is king, and whether or not you like that, whether or not you agree with it, it doesn't matter, because until Bitcoin makes a move, you can sit here and analyze all the other altcoins and say, oh, well, this one's up 10%, this one's down 6%. But the reality of the situation is you're not going to get a major move on any of your altcoins until Bitcoin runs first. And how it usually works is Bitcoin will take a massive run. Ethereum will be right there behind it. And then you'll see Bitcoin kind of start to settle down. You'll see Ethereum start to settle down, and right when the Ethereum starts to come down just a little bit, you'll see the altcoins rip. And if you're in that loop, meaning you ride the wave of Bitcoin up, take a little bit of profit out and have it sitting on the side, wait for that little dip, the correction. If you do that, and you roll the profits that you just made from Bitcoin into the low caps, that's what a lot of these degens are doing. I don't suggest doing that until you're really familiar with the pattern of the market, because you can get wiped out, because you just never know what Bitcoin's really going to do. But for the more advanced guys that have been here a year or 2 years, watch the coins, pay attention to the total global market cap. That's the total amount of money within all of crypto. Always keep an eye on that. That's my number one indicator at this point. I've become a maxi with that. Because that shows me literally every single dollar that's in crypto. It's not just Bitcoin, not just ETH, not just Arbitrum. It's every single dollar that's in the crypto space. And you train your brain to kind of look at these charts, and then that way when they make a significant move, and you're like, hey, I'm used to this, I see it run. But back to the original question, the reason why we always watch Bitcoin and ETH is because until they move, until they do something a little different, your altcoins are not really going to do anything extravagant. I know we had XRP pump on news, excuse me, but other than that, you're not going to see anything else rip. That's just the way the market is. So we will in the bull run, guys, and it's coming. When the bull run comes, we're going to be looking at all kinds of stuff, because you'll be able to analyze those other tokens a little easier, because they'll be moving a lot more. So that's basically why.
Yeah, one of the tokens, though, man, that we've both kind of talked about before that's kind of like the outlier is Chainlink. And they just kind of went through a recent upgrade, too. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, man, but if I see Bitcoin on a tear and all the altcoins are down, but then I look at Chainlink and Chainlink is also up, I'm like, man, this is potential for a sustained rally. I don't know what it is about Chainlink, man, but I just think that smart money knows where the good projects are, and Chainlink is a great project. If you don't know anything about it, it's an oracle. Look that up, and maybe we'll talk about it on another day. But yeah, Chainlink is a great project. Bitcoin is definitely going to be the leader of the pack, and like Sierra was saying, it's kind of pointless to look at any other tokens, right? Especially right now at this time in the cycle, where we're still kind of in that neutral zone. It's really like pointless to look at any other tokens unless they're being moved by fundamentals or some kind of news or anything like that. So yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, that's exactly why we watch Bitcoin and Ethereum. So thank you for your take on that, dude. What are some key levels? We had um, over the weekend. Obviously, the weekends can get a little volatile. That's good for day traders, but for holders, what is it that you're looking at? Any kind of key levels? Could we drop? Could we go up? Like any kind of patterns that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking, man. I really feel like we're about to have a move up. I mean, the Bollinger Bands have been tightening. I don't know if you guys follow that, but those of you who follow Bollinger Bands, Crypto Pete has been posting some charts. I've been loving his charts over on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he's showing how the Bollinger Bands are tightening up. Which the Bollinger Bands, if you're not familiar with what they show, they do not predict which direction the market is going to move. What they do predict is that the market is about to have extreme volatility. So when the bands tighten up, generally speaking, the tighter they get, the bigger the move is coming. And the bands have been tightening up all week. Just looking at let me see, what am I at? I'm on the 180-day chart on CoinGecko right now. If you look at the sideways 30,000 that we've been rolling, and now we're, what are we at? 29,184 is what I'm showing at the time of recording. It looks like a fat boy jumping on a diving board, like, that not that first jump, but that second jump. It's like
right.
he just landed his feet, that spring. So to me, with the Bollinger, I would be surprised if we go down, but then again, I wouldn't be that surprised only because, that level we've been eyeing, that $27,000 level of the retracement. So if I'm going to put it to you like this, like a good technical analyst will say, if we go down, I'm looking for 27 to 28,000. Okay?
Yeah.
If we go down, if we break up, I'm still looking at us hitting our head at that $33,000 level. I'd like to get past that. I'd like to say we have enough strength to get past it right now, but I'm just not seeing quite that yet. But overall, the fact is, if the lowest we're going to go is 27, and we've been going sideways so long, and we do have all this bullish news coming out, I would say what I would like to see happen I would like to see us go down, hit that $27,000, get it over with, reset the indicators, and then come back up around 30 with some strength and go through 33. That's what I would like to see happen. What I would not like to see happen is us go just randomly up, ignoring the levels that we do kind of need to retouch. So, bullish case either way. I'm still bullish. I still feel like we're not going below 27, but possibly seeing 27 before we see 33. That's kind of where I'm at. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, dude, me, honestly, I like to look at some of, more of the outside things that are kind of pushing price and giving these reactions to the price. You know what I mean? So you're more of the technical side. You can call the levels way better than I can. You can see the patterns way better than I can. I like to keep up with more of the, the things happening on the outside. And as we know, yesterday the Fed, they raised the interest rates by 25 basis points. That brought us to a total of 5.5%. That's the highest it's been in 22 years. So to me, I'm looking at this like this has got to be one of the best opportunities. Not only is the stock market down, but I mean, you're talking about 22 years of interest rates being where they are right now. I mean, 5.5% is insane. But anyways, I digress. After the announcement, though, Bitcoin experienced this fluctuation in price, right? first moving to the upside as buyers kind of stepped in for that support. And I think a lot of people play on these fundamentals, and we're expecting this to happen. So after that, the price kind of shot up whenever they announced that they were raising the, basis points to 25. We kind of shot up to the upside. But then everybody that was expecting that, which is pretty much all the traders right now, because, there's not really that many new people in the markets kind of watching this and catching these plays. But, a correction comes in, so everybody's got their orders to sell. So we did jump up and kind of flirt with that $30,000 level. We tried to come back up, but everybody had their orders in play, and we sold off. So we had that bearish, action kind of keeping us range bound. Right now, I am seeing, an ascending triangle on these smaller time frames, which, basically suggests that we could see a potential breakout. I'm not I'm not going to hold my breath on it. But as long as the lower bottom of that triangle holds strong as support, there's a chance that we break through that resistance. But however, it's crucial to keep an eye on this price ability to hold and maintain support at that channel. If we lose that, I'm with you, man. We could drop down to that 27, 28. But I'm still good, man. I think we're sitting comfortable, man. But yeah, I can see us moving up, dude. We have to eventually break above that resistance, you know what I mean, and flip that into support. So I'm hoping we can do that sooner than later. But kind of switching gears, dude. We were talking before the episode, and recently we did an episode about the perfect storm, right? We were talking about the presidential candidates, a lot of them are speaking about Bitcoin. A lot of them are speaking about crypto. There's been a lot of legislation, through Congress talking about some positives, but there's been some negatives. But a lot of them are, talking positive about crypto, and I think it is a good stance and a good way to move. But you got to think about it, man. Like the Fed just raised the rates. I don't think they're gonna raise it anymore. We're at 5.5. I see this playing out as next year, 2024, before the Bitcoin halving, we pivot. They start lowering interest rates. So we lower interest rates, we pivot. We got the ETF. We have the, even though it's been recent, but the XRP and the SEC news, that's good too, man. So I think that this is the perfect storm, like we were calling a couple of weeks ago, dude.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We pivot from that. The interest rates, we pivot from that. We get the halving, the ETFs get approved. Like, this could be a serious bull market, man. Like, this could be one of the, one of the biggest bull markets we've seen so far. What do you think, dude?
I mean, absolutely. It's almost like in this game, make your call and stick to it, because the more you make a call and then change it, and then make a call and then
Right.
change it, make a call and then change it. That's why right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm holding on to my $275,000 price target for Bitcoin. And people have laughed at me over that, and it's like, it's okay, but I'm not changing that. That is my Pico top for this bull run. And
Yeah.
I think, to be honest with you, when it really takes off, like if we rip next year, like you're saying, if everything lines up
Yeah.
perfectly with the SEC, because the SEC can deny this application, and I think that it's every 90 days they're allowed to put a delay. Like in the law, they're legally allowed to say, no, we're going to delay it. No, we're going to delay it. Right. So if they were to use every single delay, it would literally line up perfectly with the halving next year.
Perfectly, dude.
So if you take all that, like what you just said, into account, absolutely, I could see that. And then you're talking about, God only knows how high we could go when the euphoria sets in. But
right.
As far as you talked about a lot of politicians getting into crypto. There's been a lot of politicians that were gifted some crypto, and by a wild-haired man named Sam Bankman-Fried. And I don't know if you heard yet, but we were talking about this off camera. I don't know if I'm sure the audience has heard this. While everyone was talking about UFOs and aliens and Mitch McConnell staring into space, we had SBF had his political donations charges dropped. They just got dropped. So it's like we had a win with the SEC with the XRP case, and I don't want to necessarily say that this is a loss, but it kind of is, because the more scamming and illegal stuff that goes on, that's allowed to go on, is going to entice more of it to go on. In other words, if SBF just keeps getting these charges dropped for all this stuff that he did with the political donation, I mean, come on, you know what he was doing, bro. You don't hand over millions of dollars to both parties,
right?
Like, he was either trying to monopolize the crypto market with FTX, which is illegal. You can't do that, right? So he was either trying to do that, or he was kissing up to politicians. Now, you are allowed to kiss up to politicians. So I get that it's kind of a gray area, but where was all that money coming from? That's the question.
Correct,
You know, and if you're taking customers' money to do that, oh no, hell no. You don't get those charges dropped. Like, that's just my personal opinion. If it was his own money and he was playing both sides of the fence, left and right, and he's just wanting to spend his money to be, you know, the philanthropist that he says he is, then fine. Take your money and spend it what you want. But if it comes out that he was using customer funds to do that, I don't even think it's time to go after Sam Bankman anymore. I think it's time to go after whoever dropped his charges. That's who needs to be targeted, because, you know, at that point, it's got nothing to do with crypto anymore. It's got to do with, you know, basically just getting away with murder. And you know, people weren't literally murdered, but, you know, there is people that lost money. But aside from the people losing their money that they just straight up took, you've got millions of Americans and millions of people worldwide that their portfolio suffered, because now new people don't want to come into crypto because they think crypto's bad. And it's got nothing to do with the crypto being bad. It's because you got a bad actor. So, you know, that's the elephant in the room that needs to be talked about. I'm glad that I got that off my chest. What do you feel about that?
I mean, you know, I haven't really kept up too much about, you know, with it. I know that he's had a couple of charges pushed back to 2024. I'm not sure what those are exactly, but he's got a lot of charges against him, and this isn't the end of it. And I'm glad that it's not, because, you know, the headlines are always going to say more than what it really is. You know what I mean? They're going to push, it's like clickbait. You know what I mean? So he's got a lot of charges, and the one that that you said got dropped was which one? The campaigns?
Yeah, well, the exact one they call it is federal prosecutors dropped a campaign finance charge against Sam Bankman-Fried.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I honestly, I feel like something, you know, something like this situation, especially this situation where you're dealing with, you know, the United States government, and you're, you know, donating to campaign funds and all this, if anything, out of everything, man, this should have been looked at a little more closely. I mean, dude, I haven't heard about any kind of any court dates. I haven't seen anything, man. Like, I really haven't kept up with it much, but yeah, I really don't know too much about this, man. But I'm, you know, I know he's gonna get what's coming to him. You're not gonna do what he did and get away with it. You know, if they did drop that charge, I'm sure his lawyer that he probably paid millions to found a little loophole, but he's got a lot more other charges coming at him, and I think he's gonna get what's coming to him, dude, honestly. So and he deserves it. That's my opinion on that.
All right, and then so we got a couple more minutes here, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But, you know, just a few announcements that I wanted to make is we've got some serious alpha coming up that, you know, one of them is, we're not telling y'all straight up. You're gonna wait another month for that. We're gonna give you hints. Between Wes and myself, we're gonna drop some stuff on Twitter and on YouTube. Make a little short teaser videos. See if y'all can figure out. But we have a very, very special show coming up within the next 2 or 3 months. We have also next Thursday, we're getting on with Ready Layer 2 with Git.Smol and El Chapo. That's gonna be freaking awesome. We love these
so
guys.
For that, dude.
We're gonna post the podcast on our show as our show too for next week, which
Yeah.
I'm sure those guys are cool with, right? Because then that way
Yeah.
we still have an episode.
Yeah.
But we're actually going on their Git.Smol's channel next week, so that should be awesome. We love both those guys. Those guys have been
They're the reason we're here, man.
kind of leaders for us in getting us started and
For
pushing
sure,
us
dude.
into the
For sure.
podcast realm and kind of teaching us how to be more comfortable on camera, how to use the equipment. I mean, both those guys are freaking awesome.
Incredible,
so
dude.
shout out to them. We're really excited about that. And don't you have another announcement, Wes? Those were the two big ones I wanted to make.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, definitely look forward to next week. We're gonna post that episode. That's gonna be fun, dude. I very much look forward to that. We also have for you donkeys out there, man, you know, we love our donks, dude.
That's right.
We have,
Bloop, bloop.
we have Mantle Raise. Mantle is a layer 2 on Ethereum that is starting to really gain some traction, man, and become very popular. Lost Donkeys, Mantle Raise. It's good to be a donk because right now, Mantle Raise is gonna be giving out free mints to a lot of the donks. Supplies like 5,000. We're gonna have some free mints for the donks, but they've also given us 5 whitelist spots. So they're the first project on Mantle that's doing what they're doing, man, as far as GameFi goes. This is something you're not going to want to miss out on. We're going to do a giveaway. We'll announce it after the show, but just wanted to briefly talk about that right here tonight. And the art's cool. The people behind the Lost Donkeys, I mean, if you know who the Lost Donkeys are, man, they represent, dude. They hard, like hee-haw, baby. And yeah, man, so this is exciting. This is something you can be early on. Definitely look out for our giveaway when we post it on Twitter, man. It's going to be 5 whitelists, and it's going to go to some lucky winners, man. So definitely look forward to that.
Oh yeah,
sure.
And one more real quick. The Mana Rays is bloop bloop. That's their
Bloop,
calling.
Bloop, bloop. Is that like set in stone? That's a done deal?
I think so,
Bloop, bloop.
because I seen them cats tweeting it earlier, so I'm pretty sure they've locked that in. They didn't lock in the spelling that I used, but that's okay because the bloop.
That's all right. That's all right.
From I think it was Big Noodle came out with that first. BLOUP. So you do that twice. That's the call for the Mana Race. Also, the Gainlings 2, for those of you who participated in the Gainlings 1, the Gainlings 2 is about to drop. We did talk to Madsky. We may try to line up another interview segment with him to come re-promote the second release. But you had the Gainlings 2, and also Puff DAO put out a couple new things. XP token, and then they dropped a new NFT today. So, be paying attention because these guys are grinding. I mean, there's no doubt about it that Arbitrum devs and, just the space overall in general, the community is starting to continue to grind. They're not stopping. In other words, they could just be like, oh, it's a bear market. Oh, it's sideways. We're not doing nothing. I mean, there's constantly stuff getting built on Arbitrum, and you guys don't want to miss it. You guys want to stay on top of it because if you get in the bull run, it's too late.
Yeah, the Gainlings, we went over that in an earlier episode. That had to be around like 15 or 20, episode 15 or 20 or something like that. Look back, we do have it. We talk about the Gainlings. We had those guys on and did a interview with them. And that is, I believe that's at the Gainlings on Twitter. But the Mantle Rays, that is going to be at the Mantle Rays with capital letters on the beginning of each of those. So definitely check them out, man. I think they're going to do incredible things, man. Lost Donkeys, they show out. Gainlings Season 2, that's what's coming up. So we're going to try to have those guys on, like Sierra said. So got a lot of stuff coming. And then the surprise interview that we have coming up, man, that we can't really talk about.
Just look for the teasers. We're going to be dropping teasers all week.
That's right. Got a lot of stuff going on, guys. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add before we jump off here?
That's it, man. Just thank you to everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Share with everybody, man. Much love to you guys. Much love to the Arbonauts. And until next time, peace out.